Hello again, everybody. Brian Wayne here, your regular host of the Cheers to Comics podcast. And it's Wednesday. And when there's a Wednesday, there's new comic books. And when there's new comic books, there's things to speculate on. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So, if you're not familiar with the Cheers to Comics podcast, remember you could follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple or anywhere else you could catch a pod. On Fridays, I release the Pull List Priority episodes, and I go through and I talk about the books ahead of time. I give you a heads up on the FOCs. I tell you the things, you might... they might be lining your wallet here in the future if you're into that aspect of the comic book collecting stuff. So, here we go. I'm gonna I talk about anything that there is to be speculated on, whether it's 3 books or 50 books, and this particular week, kind of right in between there. There's one book. It was supposed to come out last week. You Promised Me Darkness. It was pushed to this week, and now that people have gotten their hands on it and read it, there's people are after it. People want it. It's a super low print run. The A cover's already selling for like $18 to $25, and that was as of early this morning. So some shops weren't even open yet when I was checking. Me personally, I haven't had the chance to read it yet, but I did grab a few covers. I grabbed, I think, 2 or 3 of the A cover, the incentive variant, as well as the nude variant as well. All of them going for a minimum of $15, and I suggest if you can find it, and they're scarce. If you can find it, get it, man, get it. Way of X. Way of X #1. We have a first appearance in here. The first was it Patchwork Man. What it means, I don't know. So far a lot of the first appearances in the X-Men books haven't really amounted to anything as far as financial gains go. But I feel it's just a matter of time. And I really feel like the X-Men are slowly starting, or the X-Men universe, the Hickman universe, is slowly starting to build something up major, and then eventually all the stuff that they, started bringing to light will start to really mean something, especially when these characters start hitting the big screen. And it's just a matter of time, people. It's sad to say that this is what drives the speculative market, the speculation market, is the big screen, because that's what increases the popularity for these characters. I mean, I don't need to explain all of that for you. It's just a matter of time, and I think, picking up a couple extra copies of Way of X #1 might not be a bad idea. Dr. Aphra #9, the 1 in 25 incentive variant. Dr. Aphra isn't a super highly printed series, so anytime there's an incentive variant, like 25 and above with this, I think that there's something to be gained from it, depending on how much you're able to get it for. I don't suggest you go out and buy 25 copies of pre-order 25 copies of Dr. Aphra to get the 1 in 25 every time. It doesn't always pan out. This particular one, I think it's on for right around $50, and it seemed to be trending upwards. So a lot of times you can get the 1 in 25s for $25, and if you can, in this case, it's a quick flip, not a hold type of situation. There's no real key aspect to this other than the fact that it's possibly a low print run. That's about it. Spider-Woman #11. We got a first appearance of the Brothers of Sword. Villainous teams. It's hard to say, really. There's once again, this is a character that's not really developed yet in the MCU. So, trying to figure out what type of storylines and stuff there is to speculate on as far as first appearances and things like that. It's hard to say. Definitely a long-term hold. The 1 in 25 on this one it's trending upwards in the $40. It kind of seemed to be staying steady around $40. So once again, if you could find it for below that, quick flip. From Scout or Scoot Comics, we have Unicorn #1. This is just a $2 book, but it's already selling for between $14 to $18 on eBay. It's been optioned. Not just optioned, it's in development, in the early stages of development. It is currently being made. They have a director tied to everything. It's kind of a big deal for this director, I guess, to be tied to this. Yeah. So I actually I got the ash can in the Scout subscription box, which if you go to scoutcomics.com and use code Cheers10 at checkout, then you save yourself 10% on all of that. So I mean, you mentioned Scout, you got to drop your coupon code, right? So yeah, but Unicorn, with a K. If your shop has it at cover price, get it, man. Because I mean, at $20 an issue, picking it up for $2, I say that's a pretty decent buy. That's a pretty decent investment, and I really think that there's a point in time where, yes, it's going to be hot right now, and then it'll probably dip off a little bit. But as soon as the movie does start showing trailers and things like that, then boom, it's gonna shoot way up. So it's just kind of up to your discretion. You want to flip it later or flip it now and make 10 times your money. It's investment's just another fancy word for gambling. Nightwing. Nightwing number 79. First cameo appearance of Heartless. Once again, this book already trending upwards. I think the A cover I saw going for $13 to $15 this morning. The B cover, the Jamal Campbell cover, around $11. So but for it to be a first day release, a cameo appearance, what Tom Taylor is doing with this series. I mean, even in 78, when there's no real key thing, it's just holy shit, people are excited about this series. It's kind of like the whole think Immortal Hulk. You know what I mean? The despite there being key issues, it was just a super sought after title, and that's kind of how I feel that this series is going to trend with Nightwing from here on out. At least while Tom Taylor's on it. Number 79, first cameo appearance of Heartless. I haven't had the chance to open up the book yet. I'm excited to do so, though. I mean, it's and just I know it's going to be an amazing read as well. So if you have the opportunity, I say probably a quick flip if you're only holding on to one, but if you have an extra one to hang on to for the future, maybe not a bad idea. We got to see how this Heartless character develops. Once again, it's just a matter of time before Nightwing is developed. And I know a lot of people are DC and continuity and cinematic and not good. And it makes it hard to speculate on with DC books, but everything's trendy. So eventually, when people get out of this trendy mindset of don't spec on DC, people are going to be climbing all over each other to go back and get books like this, like Nightwing number 79. And my next book, actually, Flash number 769. First appearance of Gold Beetle. It's a female amalgam of Booster and Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. And with them announcing a blue and gold title coming soon, then I mean, it's just I'm guessing this character is going to get used, and I don't see Flash 769 being a super high printed book. I haven't seen any any of the speculation people talking about this, so that tells me it's super under the radar. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see it on the Key Collector app, but I know that the first appearance of Gold Beetle is in this book. And I'm here to tell you, if you have it on your shelf, then yeah. And it makes it easy for me. Well, I don't know. I like to think that, I don't collect Flash, so it's a lot easier for me to dump the 2 copies that I pre-ordered. And by the way, everything that I talk about here, I pre-ordered all of this stuff. I don't I don't take stacks of books off the shelf. I don't advocate for that at all. At all. I'm just letting you know with what you have already, right? But with Flash, it makes it easier to try to get, to want to be able to let go of it when that day comes. It's not really doing anything on eBay at all right now. It's right around cover price, but depending on blue and gold and the future of this character, I think the character has legs, and I think it's a sleeper book. I think it's a sleeper first appearance of the week for sure. More. Champions number 6, the B cover. Now this one's a stretch for sure. It's not going for anything more than cover price. Actually, I mean, potentially even under cover price. this whole Jugger Doom character. I don't think that's the actual name of the character, but then this whole Heroes Reborn thing. I think Marvel right now is doing the same type of thing that DC's doing with Future State, or did with Future State, and that's do this whole type of maybe what if in the future type of situation, throw a whole pot of spaghetti at the wall and see what noodles stick. I think that this kind of might be with this Heroes Reborn situation, maybe. This is just my personal speculation. I'm not, I'm that's just the feeling I get. There's a lot of playing back and forth between these two and the big two. So it would just make sense for Marvel to try to do something like that. Let's see what type of new characters we could create out of this. The only difference is a lot of these characters are mostly amalgams, or yeah. So it's hard to say, but the one character out of all of these solicited type of figures that we're seeing in this Heroes Reborn, the one that really is standing out to me and seemingly most people is this Jugger Doom type of character, and with Champions number 6, the B cover being the first cover appearance of this character, who knows? I only grabbed one, but I do have hopes for it. We'll just have to see what Heroes Reborn is all about. Moving along, the mini deaths of Layla Starr from Boom. Now, the main reason I speculate on this is Boom. I think that I don't think this is a highly printed book. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this pre-orders. So that leaves a lot of opportunity for something to be discovered late. Hence, You Promised Me Darkness. I just had a feeling about that book. I mean, that title was like, that's going to be dope. But The Many Deaths of Layla Starr was another one where the title brought me in, and I read the description, and then I realized, okay, attached to Boom, it's just a matter of time before Boom starts flexing their Netflix muscle. And I don't know. I mean, this seems optionable. I mean, I guess everything's optionable, but I mean, just in case. The discount that I get these on because I pre-order them, I mean, spending an extra like $2.80 or whatever to take a chance on this, it just seemed worthwhile to me. And even at cover price, I seem like it's a worthwhile investment. Yeah, I don't know. And the last book this week, the one that everybody's falling all over each other to get, and it's mostly not comic book people that are stumbling, is this Batman Batman Fortnite crossover, 0 Point, issue number 1. Now, if you're not aware, I did say in Pull List Priorities that there's something to this, but I also did say that I'm not buying into it because I don't do Fortnite stuff, and that's just the sad truth of it. I don't care. I love Batman, but I care so little about Fortnite that I wasn't buying into it. Now, with that being said, there are the thing that people are clamoring over. It's not the awesome story or anything like that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know if anybody's even read this story. That's not what people are after. It's these skins, and I'm sure I don't have to explain to most of you what the big deal with skins in Fortnite is, but that seems to be the only thing that people really chase in Fortnite. Once again, I don't know, I'm Fortnite ignorant. But all of these issues have a skin code in them. That sounds dirty. Apparently all of them different. But if you get 6 different codes, then you get this super armor or some shit like that, and that's apparently the thing that people want. So people are ripping open the poly bags. They're probably tearing off the fucking covers to get to the goddamn codes, which is a shame, Now, I have a lot to say about this. A lot of people are saying this isn't fair. Here's the deal. DC could have solicited this. But I blame whoever makes Fortnite for not soliciting this, because the people that, once again, this isn't on comic book readers' radar for the most part. It's on Fortnite players' radar. And it's all late. They're not reading the FOCs. They don't have pull lists for the most part. So it creates this crazy demand when it comes out. I mean, they didn't even announce the thing. What do they have? Less than a week before they put it on the FOCs? And once again, unless you listen to Pull List Priorities, you don't You don't know about this stuff, man. You don't know. So there's this crazy hysteria going on right now. The books are selling between $15 and $25 a piece. Now the big question is, hold or sell? Sell, 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 sell. People, get rid of this shit, because as soon as the codes are gone, nobody cares about the fucking book. That's all there is to it. It's just a matter of time before people start figuring out how to get the codes and reseal the fucking polybag. I don't know. This just says scam and tragedy and bullshit all over it, you know. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. These are the potential books that could possibly line your pockets in the future. And if you want to know more about this, if you want to get in on ahead of the game, subscribe to the podcast, the audio podcast. It's not on YouTube. You still subscribe to the YouTube channel, but a whole different content. All on Apple and Spotify, and Polis Priorities is where you want to go. Also, on Mondays, I release the Creator Corner episodes, and you guessed it, I corner creators, and we talk about comics, man. And I corner everyone from the greats doing it now to future legends and Ringo winners and all of them, man. All of the good people. So yeah, tune into all of that. Thank you so much for checking all of this out. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep you in tune. I'm here to share the knowledge, people. I'm not here to hoard anything. We're all in this together, people. I'll talk to you the next time that I feel like talking about comics. Cheers.